they had a lot of investment, but it was about the time of the Big C. So,
Right.
the film, I would imagine sort of petered off a little bit because of, getting backwards and forwards into Europe. That's where they were going to film it. So maybe it's just been shelved for a little while they do something else, and they'll be back, later on. So
hard to say. We are live, by the way. Come on in, everybody. We see you out there. My Facebook is officially public. Here we are.
Woohoo.
Come on in, folks. We got lots of stuff to show you. Lots of things to see. It's going to be a fun show. So hang on. I'm going to run the opening and we'll get right into it. Hopefully C will be here shortly. Where's Rosema? Where's Brian? Where's Brian?
Rosema.
Charles.
He said he was coming on this time.
Yeah, right.
We miss you, Charles. Here we go. That's not it. That's the wrong show. It's this one.
Show.
What was that? This is not a charade. We need total concentration. Now, once again, this time, with theory.
And there we are. Yes. Come on in, folks. I'm your host, Randy Zimmerman. Been doing comics for a long time and been doing this show now for over 6 months. How you like that? Also joining me today is Glenn Fleming. Glenn, introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name's Glenn Fleming. I'm a writer, artist, and publisher, and I've been doing this show 6 months too.
Yeah. It's about every episode. That's because you can get up as early as we do in order to catch this camera.
Except for last week when the one I wanted to do, I forgot the time.
At daylight savings time. Catch us all.
Like I said before, I think the war ended 80 years ago, and somebody forgot that we weren't having to save that time. But there you go.
They do it for the farmers, so they say.
I know.
Yeah.
Who farms? It's all AI now.
That's true. Also joining us is Russ Leach. Russ, introduce yourself.
My name is Russ Leach. I'm a comic book artist from the UK. Currently on a run on Batman, in and out on Doctor Who, and my own book, Only Death Can Save Us.
There we go. And today we have a very unusual and rare book indeed. This is the Toth by Design book by Darrell McNeil put this together. I was telling Glenn off camera the story as I understand it behind this, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But Darrell McNeil used to be one of the few people that either could put up with or that Toth could put up with that would go to his house on a regular basis, as Toth had a reputation for being a little bit of a curmudgeon. So Darrell went in there and was at his studio one day and saw all these file cabinets lining the wall, and opened the file cabinet up, and there are photostats of every character sheet that he ever did for just about every animation job that he ever was assigned. And he said that Alex said that he photostatted everything because he couldn't trust the people at the studio to actually find them, or in case he needed to make sure he got paid for them. So they Darrell said, "Hey, this would make a great book." He says, "You want to do a book? Make a book. Do a book." So he did a book, and it's a nice thick book. Doesn't even have a UPC code on it. It was offered through the comic retail shops, $24.95. $24.95, and it's thick. It's incredibly thick. It's a trade paperback book. They printed 10,000 of these, circulated them, and then promptly got a cease and desist from Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
And told them, don't ever do that again. And my comic shop had 3 of them. I bought one of them, and I wish I'd have bought them all, because you can't find this book on eBay for less than, I think the lowest bid I saw a day or so ago was $375.
God.
Now IDW went through later and did a ALEX TOTH volume that has a lot of the character sheets in it, but not all of them. It's a selected set of them. There is a lot in this book, and it's a beautiful book, hardbound, gorgeous set, one of 3 that they did for on ALEX TOTH in his career, but not quite as many as what's in here. Plus, Alex went through on Darrell's book and made notes of different things at different times. And yeah, some of them are kind of curmudgeon-y, which is kind of interesting to see. Like, for example, he went through and did an entire series of storyboards on the proper way of sword fighting, because he was doing a book of a cartoon of the 3 Musketeers, and none of the animators there knew how to draw a decent sword fight. So he sat there and did up all these storyboards that they promptly ignored. So, it's the first opening job, of course, is on Space Angel. We've looked at Space Angel on Sunday Funnies. From whence, nonce, whence, hence, why, how, who.
When is that from?
This here?
Yeah, Space Angel. Yeah. When was that from?
Oh, man, that was the early 60s, I think.
Right. Okay.
Scott McCloud, Space Angel, not the guy who did Understanding Comics, but that the main character. He might have been named after that character for all I know. But yeah, there's some other pre-pro stuff. The book opens reprinting a story or an article that Toth did about what he did for TV cartoons. And we don't have the time to sit and read it. But basically, he explains what his job was in design and what it took to animate an actual cartoon from start to finish.
Look at that. And there's his filing cabinet.
Drawing work, yeah. Showed how everything had to be done in motion, panorama.
That Space Angel guy at the beginning reminded me of Dan Dare with the little tubby guy and the girl.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
That's pretty formula, though.
Digby, you know, the handsome dude with a little chubby sidekick and the gorgeous girl and the spaceship in the background.
Really, it's Flash Gordon, Dale Arden, and Dr. Zarkov.
Yeah, it's a trilogy, isn't it? You get
it is.
Yeah. You get those, or Trinity, should I say?
Yeah,
it's a trinity of pulp sci-fi.
Yeah.
But it's. I mean, looking at that, there you can just see Steranko pouring over it.
I was going to say, because Nick Fury, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, not just, yeah. I mean, yeah, the eye patch, yeah, definitely. But just the lines, the design of the suits and the way it all fits together in just that one panel, you can see it. I think we mentioned it when we were watching the animated film of it. We had on the program, and we said it was very reminiscent, because we were talking about Wally Wood as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of influence. Everybody was feeding off of each other during that time. Everybody kind of there was a group of them that had a high respect for what they were doing, and tried to make it better as they went along. The discussion.
Yeah. Looks like a discussion.
Executive discussion. That looks like Stan Lee back in the
day. It does, yeah. And the other guy
would have drawn that. Yeah.
And the other guy was like Denny O'Neill.
Yeah.
I missed. Well, I don't miss, because I've not had the opportunity to be in that bullpen environment. But I don't like the fact that when I do throw my toys around the room, there's no one there to see it.
Film it then. Set your camera up there and just film it. Like you do.
We have the ghost of Rosamund.
Randy, the house. Big toe injury, mate.
Glenn, Ross, is that you guys?
You look pretty bad for a toe injury, buddy.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm fine. My toe wasn't bad at all. Wasn't bad at all. I'm fine. You guys there?
All right, buddy. We're looking at Toth's InDesign book.
Oh,
Just
that's
got
what I need
started.
to make myself feel better. Some good old Alex Toth.
There you are. Yep, we can zoom in on this. Most of it's sideways, though, so we'll have to extend the camera back out. I'm still going to be fidgeting, Rush.
I want you guys to know before we get into it too far. I had a good friend of mine that said, I really need to take care of that toe because if I don't, I may not be able to draw out that foot ever again. So
There you go.
It was a pretty good comment.
Yep.
Not bad for a foot, mate.
Yeah, really.
You do really well.
And this
Oh,
is
my
a
goodness, look at-
self-portrait of Alex here walking off.
Oh,
with the
yeah, man.
finished
man.
film.
He looks grumpy.
He was grumpy.
Amazingly grumpy person.
There's a brilliant article up online. I think it's still there, where Steve Rude sent him a job that he had done for Jonny Quest, and he sent it back with notes, and they were nice notes. He said it was Rude said it was the biggest learning experience he ever had.
Didn't he tear him a new one?
Oh yeah, tore him hard.
Oh God!
Why do you need this? This isn't necessary. Scrap this. You should have drawn it like that. You know, that kind of stuff.
No, that's it. It's also something too. I think. There's also a story where Steve Rude got to sit in with Toth because you brought him a bag of candy or something. Or
Could be, yeah.
yeah.
There's a lot of legendary stories about Alex and how he holed up in his house. And Alex Ross went up one time with a print of a painting that he had done of all the Hanna-Barbera characters, and he pretty much ripped it up in front of him and threw it back at him and says, why you doing such work on this garbage?
Yeah, exactly.
See, he always considered his animation work to be grunt work and to be secondary, almost beneath him type of work.
Oh,
But
yeah.
really, he set the bar and standard for stripping everything down to the basic necessities and doing
Oh yeah, bare minimums.
bare minimums. Yep, which he ended up transferring over to his artwork in his later years as you go along, and you can see an evolution in Toth's style. And here's the storyboards for one of the first jobs he ever did for a movie.
Forbidden Planet, I believe.
No, it wasn't Forbidden Planet.
Oh, was it?
It was a B movie. I'm looking here, Gerald.
The Angry Red Planet.
Angry Red Planet. Yes.
Oh, C's here. I'm off.
C's here. C's in the house.
See, I knew. If I kept quiet, I thought maybe
Without a
I
camera.
Face.
Yeah. So you can see the detail here in the work. It's just amazing. And when we go, by the time we're done, all of this has been stripped down to basic style, single line work.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
Look at that.
man.
And this is just a storyboard. Can you-
Yeah.
Go back a page. Go back a page. Just this is better than most of the sequential art I see these days.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's a storyboard.
Jesus.
Alex did comic book work since the golden age.
I know, but look at that bottom left-hand panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got pretty much everything I love about comics in it. It's just the way that it's drawn, the way it's presented, and the faces, and
the silhouette
and
up front.
and even though it's close in, there's still motion and weight and gravity, and then because of the just the fantastic faces and the emotion on them, there's also story in just one panel.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. That is what it's about.
Yep. Michael is in the house. Hello, everyone. You have no idea how excited I am for today's stream. I love Alex Toth. Thanks. The IDW book that I showed earlier is still available, I believe, over on Amazon. It's a hardback book. I'm not sure how much you'll pay for it, but it'll be a pretty penny. Not all of this is in that book, by the way. This is everything out of his right out of his file cabinet. So You see the
Jeez.
picture that ended up in the film and what he had drawn.
Man, oh man.
Oh, crazy.
Jeez, look at that. Good Lord. Oh, here we go.
Quick notes about Space Angel and
Space
then
Angel.
the quest to
Mouths.
Hanna-Barbera. Yeah. The mouths. Yep.
Mouths.
Well, I'm sure we'll look at more of that stuff on Sunday Funnies coming up soon. So we'll do more cartoon work. Here's an early character sheet for he came in on this is episode 26, I believe.
Yeah, the
On Jonny Quest. He came in towards the end of the run.
the Kwai-Tong missile mystery, I believe it's called.
And these guys here was part of his design. The guys dressed in black with the two windows. And
Yeah.
as a kid, I remember them distinctly as looking cool, but being very simple, easy to draw. I could draw that. Hey, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that entire episode, you could just see Toth was all over it. I mean, just
all
the
the Johnny-
poses and the casual body language. It was just amazing.
All the Jonny Quests are amazing.
That guy there on the left looks like Sulu, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See that?
George.
No,
If
Don't
it
let
wasn't
me-
if it wasn't Toth, it was Doug Wilde.
Don't
Yeah.
let George hear you say that.
Well, sorry, but I can only see what I can see. It's a very stereotypical Asian person, though, isn't it?
I didn't mean that. I
Oh
just meant he
my.
looked a bit old. And I know George is a bit touchy about
It's
his
true.
age.
Well, he's 98 now, isn't he? So he should be so lucky.
But he still looks awesome. Anyway.
Yeah,
Plus, he
that
does,
General
yeah, he's
Fong, the guy with the collar jacket there, he looks like Key Luke.
I was thinking Picard the way he's leaning on that table.
Oh,
The men in the trees.
But just
really
them,
lovely.
just them standing there is just it has that body language to it.
It's got that weight.
The guy in the
Yes.
hat down
Yeah.
here, just
Yeah.
standing.
Yeah, I mean, as far as stereotypical racial aspects, I don't think there is anything stereotypical about any of this. It's
No.
just accurate.
No.
It's
Yeah.
just well done, accurately done.
And if you ever
Because
get
people are
Jonny Quest,
different.
they still hold up to this day. So
yeah. And speaking of body language, look at how that guard is standing. This that
Yeah.
casual
The way
weight
he's-
on 1 foot and the
And the old man leaning on the
Yeah.
table as well.
Yeah.
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 Oh, actually, even more
about,
impressive is with him in his hands in his pockets.
Yeah.
he's older, but look how simple the lines are. He doesn't
Yeah.
need a whole bunch of lines to show you that he is old. You
No.
can see it just in the simple the lines are.
It's understanding shape.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, look,
Yeah.
you need to do is look at the way he's thinned the jawline under the protruding cheekbones, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
enough to accentuate age. It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
good Lord.
Space Ghost.
Here we go.
The ghost roast with the most.
Space Ghost, this is Metallus. Can you hear me, Space Ghost? Too loud and too clear.
It's the only voice I can do decently. That little green guy.
Oh, Zorak. I think it's Zorak.
Is that the insect bloke?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's awesome. The man-
Who we got on this week?
Yeah. Hey, Space Ghost, who do we have on this week? Anyway,
I used to love that.
I hated it when it first
Oh.
came out, but I loved this. See,
Yeah,
I had such
no.
I didn't have any appreciation for it until right towards the end of them running the show.
It,
Oh,
had,
yeah.
Catching
it
everyone,
had an
it was
acute
hilarious.
sense of humor in that.
Yeah.
I tell you, it was very good.
It was off the wall.
Yeah, that was
it,
I was like
yeah.
that was. Yeah, it might have been around the time where we got to peak sense of humor before we turned into peak idiots.
There you go.
I won't quote you on that one, Russ.
Jeez. You know what was amazing is how Toth would design these character sheets. And so much of this work on the character sheets ended up in the final animation. It's almost as if they could see how he had mastered that form. There was no reason really to redraw anything. Just, take right from the sheets.
If it ain't broke.
Just amazing.
And again, there's notes in here where he mentions he pares it down to nothing because he felt all the animators were monkeys.
Yeah.
Very popular guy.
Every last, and I think he calls them that a couple of times in the book.
He's
I
probably
could trust
right.
them monkeys to do nothing, so I did this.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know the one great animator that Hanna-Barbera had is Iowa Takamoto, I think his name was. He just apparently, Toth hated him, just hated him.
Yeah.
Because he kept taking what he was doing and just completely messing it up, not getting the anatomy right and everything. And I guess I had quite a role in one of the offices one day.
That sounds like Toth. Yeah.
Oh yeah, very much.
Michael also says Gene Colan also never did stereotypical facial features in his work. No, yeah,
that's true.
They all tried to draw real people.
Oh yeah,
Jan and Jace.
Just amazing.
Alien's brilliant.
Yeah. That, like the hoofed foot.
Oh, that was great.
See,
so much great design and the simplicity of the ghost ship here that looks so cool.
Oh yeah.
See, I was saying that it'd be really nice to throw my toys around in front of somebody else. It'd be nice to be in a bullpen, but I could just imagine that if we were all in the bullpen, I don't know how much work would get done.
Yeah.
I give us about an hour and a half before we all just go out somewhere to a bar and just
yeah.
That too.
Yeah. Playing cricket on the tables and stuff.
There's Metellus.
They said that about Kirby, didn't they? When he used to come in with his pages, the entire place stopped and everybody used to come and look at them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, turn back real quick, Randy. The one page, just for everybody's FYI, that's the Phantom Cruiser, which is obviously one of the coolest name ever for a spaceship. I mean, especially if your name is Space Ghost, the Phantom Cruiser. My God, that's so cool. Just amazing. Oh, God, he was neat.
Kind of looks like a cape to me.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's the design on it in general is so amazing. Yeah. Reminds me of the flying sub from Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
Oh, yeah.
Patterned after the old manta ray. Yeah.
Love that.
Just sleek and pretty and simple.
Yeah, boy, Zach, Black Widow, or
the face on that woman there is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's very much a Betty Davis look to her.
Yeah.
I was going to say Dragon Lady, but that's
yeah. Queen of the Tarantapods. Oh God, that's so
Tarantapods.
That's so cool.
The Black Widow.
These old cartoons were great. I mean, they still offer those too over on Amazon. You can get whole runs of different characters.
Oh yeah.
I think the only one I'm missing is Mighty Mightor and Moby Dick and Mighty Mightor.
Who's the guy with an M on his belt?
Well, that's Metellus.
Oh right, okay.
That's Metellus, master of metal.
So a bit like Galactus, he's got his
kind of, yeah.
And then the other guy's got eye on his.
Got fins. Yeah.
It's almost like a Draw the Marvel way, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah, it's classic.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing is another guy, John Buscema, whenever he would deliver pages into the bullpen during his heyday, everybody would stop and just go.
Are you surprised?
Yeah.
It's like.
And then Steve Ditko came in, and then Gene Colan came in.
Yeah.
How did they get anything out?
And then, no work got done that day, I'll tell you.
Yeah. It's such a wealth of talent.
So I'm so jealous you have this book, but I'm glad it's in safe hands. Yeah.
Oh,
I used to take it around to my classes that and because it shows animation and shows them character sheets and that, but I stopped doing it after the book became so valuable.
Oh yeah.
And here I am creasing it real good. I'm never going to sell this. So anyway.
Oh no, this is meant to be. This has to be looked at.
Look at that toad dude. This is so cool.
Oh yeah.
All sorts of fantastic design work here.
Now, especially look down on that far right-hand corner, that giant thing there. But more than anything, look at that gesturing of that figure he put Space Ghost in as a way of, levitating, but still kind of reeling back from the monster. Just that casual turn of the figure.
And he just chucked it in for a size reference.
Yeah.
Good.
Man, oh man. Just amazing.
Yeah, I can imagine he was just laying the lines down. Just
Oh, it was all get it done, get it out. That's why he considered all of this stuff to be garbage.
Yeah.
And
yet
literally he did.
this stuff is just as imaginative and beautiful as all of his comic book work, or work.
If not more so, because of the design work.
Well, look at Moltar up there on the left-hand side, on the left-hand page on the right-hand side. Yeah. Just the wrinkles in you can tell what kind of fabric that is. Just it captures it perfectly.
Yeah, I mean the figure to the left and the way that the trouser material is hanging.
Oh
top of his boots.
And only Toth could take a villain called Moltar working with molten lava and give him a suit that looks like somebody who works on a foundry. I mean, it's just amazing. God. Yes.
Great stuff. Like the little ship here, it looks like a badminton birdie.
Oh yeah.
It does.
Shuttlecock.
See, for me, the best drawing on that spread is the top right, the way that guy's moving away from you with the buttons. The top right. Right on page, top right.
Yeah.
The way he's just sort of moving away and saying, looking back.
He's just moving away. He's looking over his shoulder, make sure you don't see him.
He's saying, "This is mine. Get away."
Just amazing.
And there's no facial expressions there. It's just all body movement to tell you.
Yeah, body language.
That's just
Must be Moltar's little assistant.
Yeah.
Russ, you mentioned the aging thing on that cheekbone. Look at that guy there on the top left. I know he doesn't look very old, but look at that line, just that line on his cheekbone there.
Oh yeah. It looks like some.
It reminds me from Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, some kind of a Arabian or Chinese villain or something,
But
and then he's got sorry, just the little scene that he's got to the left there.
I was just going to say that guy's look at the folds on his cloak.
Fantastic cloak, and then to the left you've got him on a podium, like summoning monsters and
preaching.
Stuff. He's just chucked this in the corner as.
and that scene.
Well, that was probably one sheet here that they cut in.
Right.
Yeah, but even so, the fact that he's just knocked it up, he's just popped it in there.
And that scene ended up in the episode. That scene was in the cartoon. And it's just amazing. I mean,
so as for Ghost's Uncut success, teaming up with late Homer Jonas, who roughed scenes for my cleanups, keying all figures, full figures, heads, etc. We did it well and fast. Homer's economy cleaned roughs, made my part of it snap. We were brought into Joe's office one day for a surprise kudo for our speed. He had time slip notes on our last 3 or 4 shows before him on his desk. Every show's hours were fewer than the prior one, to a 34-hour total.
Amazing.
On the QT, I tried to get Joe to bump up Homer's pay due to his great roughs, but don't know if Joe did follow through.
Yeah, look at this.
That's the kind of notes that are in this book.
Yeah. No. Again, on that with the Black Widow there, when Space Ghost with his hands up, and just look at that curve of the figure and that hunching over the back and the arms in place, and also too over to the left. Again, let me point out the minutia. The little figures of Space Ghost being attacked by those wasps.
Yeah.
And then the slightly larger figure down there by this snake being attacking him. Yeah. Just look at the gesture of that figure. Just that smooth, streamlined movement of the body, in levitation or flight. It just.
But again, this is like 6 pages of notes. This was probably the size of one sheet of typing paper here.
Yeah.
It's probably 8.5 by 11, shrunk down.
Oh yeah, that's the system. Oh,
He had a lot to show in the book. So he
oh my God, yes.
after a
Well,
while it turns sideways, and then there's 4 character sheets on each page.
Yeah. I see down here at the bottom, though, it says my weighted line cleanups raised hell, though, in animation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. In fact, he tried to inject that quality of, thin to thick line from comics into the animation, and he just hated it.
Here's him trying to explain how to properly sword fight
Oh yeah.
for the Three Musketeers cartoon.
Yeah, look
Said
at
as I was called to the carpet at HB for my weighted, bold, thick and thin lined day cut cleanups, animators with their needle tipped 7H pencils bitched to Bill and Joe about it because with quick outlines they had to something told which side of those outlines were they to trace for in-betweens, the outer or inner sides. Jesus, Hatch.
Key
Rice. Jesus H. Key Rice. I took up the bit.
Oh, it's amazing. And what
Got
little of that,
Nicholas. Go ahead.
oh, what little of that thick and thin came through just looks gorgeous on screen. Just
Look at that guy leaning over his glass there, top on the second page. Now you have that one.
oh God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The weight,
Oh,
fabulous.
It's got Nicholas, Bill Perez, Takamoto, Joe's office with Hannah too. You ask, you guys tell me, do outlines hold color or vice versa? They thought I was nuts. Said so. Snarly, growly Nick said, do I have it? Stand here and waste my time? Do I have to stand here and waste my time listening to this? Dash, I'm sure he said shit.
Yeah.
Got time and slugging to do. My loathing for Nick began that moment. Others present had turned to pillars of salt. I was alone, pissed, no backup, no volunteered opinions.
Wow.
oh,
Wow.
Look at that drape on the table as well, the way it hangs
Yeah.
over.
Yes.
yeah. See, Toth just wanted to get as good a work as possible, everybody, and everybody else just wanted to get it finished.
I just wanted to get paid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it done, get it out.
He sounds like the kind of person that you should just let him get on with it. He clearly knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I
I mean,
remember-
the way he supposedly didn't get on with people. Well, he's a genius, isn't? Just let him get on with it. Just let him do it.
Oh yeah.
Don't argue with him. Just say go away and do it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Chances are they were wrong. Anyway.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Super jock hero something in at ES need ballsy lines and weaker something BGs. For God's sake, backgrounds. For God's sake, seeing wall-sized dailies in projection is a lie. We should also see dailies on a 13 by 17 screen, like our viewers will, and in mostly black and white, to really see how ineffectual this thinned crap really is. Xerox department to the something can't hold, huh?
The Tothy.
Tothy.
Xerox department
Oh.
Tothy. Can't hold thick lines without a lot of breaks.
Without a lot of breaks. Joe said, or Bill did. Bull, said I, and had made tests on my own. Spread them out on his desk.
Amazing.
Again, like I said, he was probably right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think of the work he could have done if he wasn't arguing all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh.
There's a lot of little notes here. It would take too long to read everything, but you get the idea.
Sure.
These are just his tests trying to get people to sword fight right.
Yeah.
Or his
Toth was he was still alive when Batman the Animated Series came out, and he was reportedly said that's exactly what we should have been doing at Hanna-Barbera years ago.
I totally believe that. Yeah.
He just
the word is he thought all of this stuff was crap until he got sick, and everybody started sending him get well letters. Postman comes up and says, "I've got some mail for you." And you need to they either made him come down to the post office to pick it up or something. They said that there was a lot. He went down there, and as if I remember the story right, there were 4 mail bags worth of letters for him to get well.
Oh yeah, I can believe it.
He took them back and read them, and he started doing thank you notes on the board, and that's when he passed.
Oh, yeah,
Thanking everybody.
Look at those figures. Look at that figure that's drawing the sword back across his chest.
Yeah.
Right there. The no, right to the left a little more. That figure right there, just the way he's he's drawing the sword out, or he's spinning it around, or something. It just,
I think he's pulling it out.
He's pulling it out of the sheath.
Yeah.
And parrying the other guy.
Again, the flow of the anatomy is just masterful.
That's what that is.
Yeah, because he's got 2 there, hasn't he? He's parrying it and then he's flicking it. If you look to that.
Sometime soon we'll go through his Zorro material. I've got that book.
Zorro, the Gay Blade.
Yeah, he did a number of comics for Disney back when Disney was doing a Zorro TV series.
Oh,
and they are phenomenal.
Oh, look at
Let me tighten down on this. The Genghis Khan character is just amazing.
Do you know what I'm noticing? Because I'm not up to date on Alex Toth at all, but I've noticed that when he draws heads, he doesn't. They're always doing something. They're always just a millimeter looking to the side or up or something. Do you understand what I mean? Not just straight on and boring. Like the kid at the top right there. Yeah, and when he's just like his head's turning, his eyes are moving.
He's constantly trying to show form, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, even still, when you do a face, to really get the depth of that face and the structure of that face, it's best to have a 3/4 turn straight on anyway.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it adds dynamics to it.
Yeah, I mean, we just discussed this a little while ago, didn't we? To people using profiles in comic books, and there being exact profiles, which is like something you rarely see because people are in motion so often. Yeah. So when you do a profile, it's like make it slightly off. Don't have an exact profile because it's dull as different.
Definitely.
That guy there.
There are some people that can do it, and we've had them on this show. Okay, we've looked at their art. There are some people that are capable, but they're few and far between.
Morning, Barney. Russ, hope you're doing well.
That guy there, Russ, is a real John Buscema Conan, isn't he? Sitting
I was just
down
thinking the way he's sitting there with his legs out front. Yeah, I thought of
that's just a great shot.
The Loki
the
and the Conan image.
Mongol tyrant type barbarian. Yeah. But no, real quick, the Space Ghost page to the left. Look at the perspective on that flying figure. You got a worm's eye view of a figure flying away from you. Yeah. And I mean, just look at that. He's got the torso correct and the arms tapering off, away from you. And just, I mean, you're a master of anatomy if you can just whip something like that out. It's amazing.
Also, not as dynamic, but the standing pose at the top in between all the heads.
Oh yes, with the whole
looking over 3/4 over his shoulders as his cape billows back. I mean, that's
You see how he gets that natural arch of the back with the making the chest and the back feel full. Yeah, without
But I think what it is it's just the way that he's simplifying everything. It's just he's drilling it down to the shapes and lines that make the most impression.
Yeah.
Well, it's a straight curve, right?
Yeah.
The straight line versus the curved line.
Yeah. Well, and look at the one where he's flying, and it's a side shot.
Yeah.
Right there, that one there. Even though it's a straight figure, but it's not laid out straight. The arms are on a different plane of action than the legs, but it's because of that curving of the back, and that it's. When I first saw that in the cartoon, I thought, well, that's how you draw somebody flying.
Yeah. Top, the one right at the top as well in perspective.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the very Oh,
beautiful.
Just amazing.
Also, with Space Ghost was Dino Boy. This is who this is, Dino Boy.
Oh yeah,
he was a kid in a lost land with a dinosaur pet and a Nathanderol for a mentor. So as for Dino Boy, I personally detest anything having to do with Nathanderols, missing links, dinosaurs, primordial soup, the ugliness of it all holds no fascination for me, never did, though I've done my share of comic book and TV tomes on the subject with groans.
If Dino Boy had a stick, would it be Dino Rod?
But you see that profile on Dino Boy. You see, and a lot of times when people miss out on that profile is the back of the head. They always kind of want to do that. We talked about this on Sketchy Saturday. You always want to do this circle, but it's not a circle. It's a skull. It sits back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Plus, you have hair on top of it.
Right. The
True.
volume of the hair.
And back then, everybody had bushy hair like that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was the style of the day.
Well, even if you compare it to the Space Ghost profile on the last page, it still has that elongated.
It's a straight line here.
Oh, yeah.
But it's longer.
Yeah.
Going back.
Thick neck. Love that tree man.
Oh, yeah.
Great eyes. Just simple. Simple and effective. Now my favorite.
Oh, boy.
Herculoids.
Oh.
Did you ever see any of these cartoons, Russ and Glenn?
No, I've never seen them.
Oh, my gosh.
I know of them, but I've never seen them.
Horribly formulaic, but the design work are amazing.
I remember watching.
Lots of kid violence.
Remember watching Jonny Quest.
Yes.
But that's a long time ago. Mid-60s.
All the voice work and the music was top notch. The animation came and went, it kind of up and down, but the design work was solid. There was all this stuff.
Most everything was Toth on this, on the design
and
stuff.
the Jonny Quest music is throughout all of them. They just use the same suite of music throughout all these superhero cartoons.
There's Herculoids again, Xandor.
Oh.
This is Mighty Mightor here. That's a caveman era superhero. Guy gets a magic club that he turns into like a superhero character. And then this is young Samson. It's a kid with a set of bracelets. He claps them together and turns into this big superhero character. Also does his dog too. He claps the bracelets together and the waves hit the dog. The dog turns into a big lion.
So when okay, so there's shades of Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
very much so.
Yeah, Captain Marvel,
like
Rick Jones, and
then
also Master of the Universe.
The guy in the top left when he's banging the wrists together, he looks like a Prince Valiant haircut.
Yeah, it does.
Very much. Yeah, yeah.
Who's the guy who's almost black on the bottom left? Who's that guy?
Oh, that's Igu.
Guy here, that's Igu. The story of the Herculoids was a family had a planet that was a zoo, and they had a bunch of animals that they protected. So this is Igu, the rock ape. This is Tundro. He's like a rhinoceros who shoots little beams of energy out of his horn. This is Zok, who's a flying dragon who shoots beams out of his eyes and out of his tail. Whenever the tail one swung up, that's when he meant business. And then Gloop and Gleep were two little round slimy things that could stretch out all over the place.
Yeah,
I love the fact that you still know all these names.
Oh, I love this show.
Oh yeah, we could name these all day.
This is my show here.
Do we know where Toth is using a brush or a pen here?
Oh, probably a brush. I imagine.
Honestly, with the rate that he was working, he was probably using a very thick marker on a lot of this.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, probably a lot of
just to get it done. Though he might have still used ink. You can't.
Well, he was so fast. He probably could have done just as fast with the brushes. He could have a marker or
And then this was another show, a genie show, with a couple with a flying camel. That traveled around had fantasy adventures.
Everybody should have one.
They called the genie was Shazam.
Shazam with an N. Yep. Because at the time the Captain Marvel suit had been whatever settled it was going to be. So Shazam was open and still loved by everybody. So this genie character was named Shazam. And then Jim Neighbors in Gomer Pyle would every time he exclaimed something, he'd yell Shazam.
Yeah.
Just out of their love for Captain Marvel.
Yeah. And that little winged camel, probably one of the worst names ever. The camel is named Kabubi.
Kabooby. Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Kabooby.
Kabooby.
We've got more close-ups of that as we go along. Here's the rest of the Herculoid.
Bleep and bleep.
Oh yeah, Xandor with
Tungo's
Tara
got
and-
10 legs.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Yeah.
He moves fast, but his legs just kind of rumble.
That guy at the top there looks like Matt Mignola, that Hellboy, doesn't it? That Inkin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it has that
It's
black,
isn't it?
yeah. Oh, very much.
Just
Look at
those
the-
solid blacks on
Look at the
him.
profile on the ape's face to the left.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Awesome.
angle of the cheekbone.
Yeah.
Just perfect.
And the way he's walking as well in that middle panel.
It's just
Fantastic.
it's wonderful.
Flap-a-dap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dorno.
And then the family was a mom, dad, and little boy. As they went through, the dad had a slingshot that he could shoot little energy pellets.
Yeah, and I like
Out
the
of-
Captain America shield. It was awesome.
And, yeah, Captain America shield. There's Shazam.
You know, look at that figure work on the Shazam, the genie there. God.
Always tall. Yeah. And that's the two. It's that Chuck and Nancy, of course.
Oh yeah, Chuck and Nancy.
Those look like markers, don't they?
Oh,
those heads on the right hand page.
Drawn
Yeah.
quick. Yeah.
Very
Yep.
much.
It's the way. It's like we said. It's look at that girl on the bottom left. The way she's sort of leaning into that guy. He's like he's telling us something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The weight of it all. It's just wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
And if you notice when it's the way he places the feet, isn't it, that captures the holding the weight of the figure as well.
Yeah.
If you look back at them, the feet are always a vital part of his
Just
drawing.
a couple dashes. Yeah.
Yeah.
like on the genie leaning on the rock. Look on both figures. Look at how the foot on the rock is got a slight curve to
Yes.
look like it's really standing on that rock.
The anatomy in that is just outstanding.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And the
And
baby.
you can see all the weight being held by his waist, can't you?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just fantastic.
Oh, and there on the top, there's the camel's name, Kabooby, right there.
Kabooby.
Yeah.
At the top, yeah.
The flying camel.
Kabooby.
Makes you wonder what his humps look like.
No, it was Toth himself who had the hump.
Oh
From-
yeah, that's right.
From Shazam to the Fantastic Four.
Fantastic
Oh.
Four, no regrets. Is it?
Oh, I tell you.
No regrets. It was a job demanding constant gear shifting. Oh, I got to switch glasses. Sorry.
From sublime to ridiculous, this charged my batteries. It prohibited any chance of ever being bored. Doing that same old thing. No way. Every series had its own fix, leads, as per writer's storytelling. Tap dancing, show to show was exhausting.
Tap dancing, show to show was exhausting fun. No regrets.
Probably the best Fantastic Four animation that we've ever seen. It
Yeah.
was pure right out of the comics. It was amazing.
I'm not sure I've ever seen this. Because I've seen like the remember when they took the Kirby drawings
Yeah.
and they animated those. I remember those when I was a kid.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And
That was a whole different set. Yeah.
yeah. And I also remember some animation from the 90s. I think there was a bit of Fantastic Four then, but I don't know that I've ever seen this.
Oh,
There was an American version in the 90s where they dropped Human Torch and added Herbie the robot.
Yes, I remember.
Yes,
they were
that was
afraid kids
probably, yeah.
the
Light themselves
2000s.
on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
serious.
If
That's
I
what they thought.
can say it, I think he's got the thing wrong there. Thing only has 3 fingers, doesn't he?
Oh yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
There's 4 there. There's 4 here and
Yeah.
a thumb.
I know, but he
Yeah,
should
it's
only
wrong.
have, he should only have
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we could afford it, Glenn, Russ, we should send you a package of like CDs with this or DVDs with this stuff on it. You
think we should.
would love the hell out of it, especially the Fantastic Four, because even though and it has all that macho talking about girls in a certain way from the 60s, which is
Yeah.
that's all, the same hyperbole.
Yeah.
But the animation and the storylines were just like in the comics. It was amazing.
We could just do a private StreamYard and sit and watch it all together.
Oh yeah, there we go.
We should. There's the intro. Hang on, give me just a second here. We should do this as a one of the Sunday Funny segments soon.
Yes.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Let me pull this up here. And I know we can get away with this. I'm not going to play the music on this.
Oh, it's too bad. It's one of the best parts.
It is, but I don't want to be struck.
I don't remember Reed Richards being blonde.
No. Just
that was all done without color on it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
let me see here. Well, come on. There we are.
What a chin, though.
Yeah.
Oh, not really.
There's the Baxter building.
Yeah.
Is this it? Is it?
Blow that up here. This is
Yeah.
it here. This is the opening. There'd be a brief explanation of who the family was
Yeah.
and their origin.
Getting their powers through the cosmic storm and transforming into the
All right,
thing.
maybe I have seen this. It's starting to ping some memories now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that hand thing.
Yeah. I remember the bobbles there. Yeah.
Oh, come
okay.
like this.
So
You're not the none may thwart my will.
Look at that.
Oh.
Giving them all hot feet.
Sorry, I'm a child again. This is great.
I know.
I'd completely forgotten this. Marvel Comics Magazine.
Yeah. See, that was a great thing. They weren't afraid to push the comics in those animations.
No.
That's amazing.
They had to be careful about the characters they used, though, because Submariner was currently in that cartoon. So instead of doing Submariner, he went through and designed another version of Submariner and called it Triton.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And here's the family. Here, Fantastic Four. This is Mighty Mightor and the group here.
You know what we were saying last week about if you want to make somebody intelligent, give them a pipe.
Yeah,
Reed's got his pipe. Looking like a cool dude, but he's got a little pork pie hat.
I just love the styles of the day as well. The hat.
Yeah.
Oh, very
You can see
that drawn as well. Just
that Sue Storm with that jacket on, Russ, is Jackie Kennedy, isn't it? She wrote that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's just
very much modern day New York at the time.
And also, Johnny looks like he's only 17, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He looks like he's got his first suit.
Yeah. It is, doesn't it?
That's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
And also that Sue Storm, Jackie Kennedy jacket reminds me of Lady Penelope on Thunderbirds, which would be at the same time as well.
Oh yes. I remember. Yeah, Panera.
Very fab. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those designs, this clothes on the Thunderbirds and all that were just awesome. Just love that stuff.
Yeah. Great art.
Very hip, very in tune at the time.
Galaxy Trio here. They were part of Birdman and the Galaxy Trio.
Yeah.
There were 3 Space Rangers. Each one had different powers. Meteor Man could enlarge sections of his body and grow big. Vapor Man could turn into vapor. And I think it's Gravity. Gravity Girl was the other one. I'm not.
Well, but you're going to enlarge today.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. And Meteor Man was voiced by the same guy who did all kinds of other characters. Ted Cassidy.
Oh,
an extremely dark, deep voice.
Meteor Man,
exactly like that. Yeah.
Meteor Man, I believe, was very popular with the ladies.
Very popular.
Very much. Oh yeah. Glenn.
And the trio was numbered too. Number 1, number 2, Vapor Man's number 1, Meteor Man's number 2, Galaxy Girls or Gravity Girls number 3.
Yeah.
Look at the way he's done the shoulder, making that girl look really coy. Yeah, fantastic.
Oh yeah. It's just
they were part of Birdman.
Birdman's got a dodgy costume.
Doesn't
Sorry.
he though?
That's why they put him in a suit when it does.
Yeah.
He looks more
Yeah.
like that one there where he's got his arms up. It looks more like the guy in Watchmen. Is it the owl?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
literally just dismounted
Yeah.
at the Olympic
And
Games.
again,
Like,
lesson in anatomy. Look at those small figures of Birdman there, where at the very bottom where he's flying away.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
And then again, that almost bird's eye view, but from the side. And again, everything's in perspective, but very subtly. Just amazing. And even more so over there in the next page at Samson, that bird's eye view as if he's standing on glass. And that
Yeah, that's
upward shot
amazing,
of his
isn't it?
anatomy. And Toth was so freaking good.
Never straight on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting. Just looking
Always
right down on him.
something to.
Showing how he slams his bands together. There's Goliath again.
I personally can't help but notice Samson's nice
Side
little
reference.
butt he's got going on. his
Yeah.
suit.
Yeah,
That's
check
right,
that out. Check the
That's
cheeks.
just me. Oops, I was possessed by Susie there for a second. Sorry.
Just adds to the realism.
And again,
That
he's got
haircut.
that. He's got the Prince Valiant haircut again. I'm just
Yeah.
like,
His,
Yeah.
his
Amazing.
mum got a big mixing bowl.
yeah.
Well, being Samson, he had to have a big lush hair because you lose the hair, you
Yeah.
lose the power. Just you know.
The boy and his dog used to travel the country on the motorcycle and have different
Yeah.
adventures. And then
Cool
of course
scooter.
Goliath.
What a great design.
Just lovely.
Oh, look at the
The voice of young Samson was the same guy who voiced Jonny Quest.
Is that
Right,
a
yeah.
scooter?
Right,
Is that scooter, Russ? Like was it called a Vespa? Because I was going to buy
Yes.
one of those.
It's a
When
bit
I was-
almost
when-
looked like a Vespa.
When
Yeah,
I was
it
six,
like a Vespa.
when I was 16, I was going to buy one of those, but I didn't.
The,
I was going to get one.
The front wheel's a bit more sloped.
Right.
yeah. It is.
Yeah,
It does look
there's-
like a Vespa.
yeah.
You're right.
And there's no screen. But yeah, it's that kind of thing. Yeah, definitely.
Oh. But again, I mean, look at the design of the lion there. Look at that the streamlinedness of that, the
The way he's
mane and the
standing,
jawline.
Amazing. Yeah.
Way stand and then to choose that like you were saying earlier about all these incidental bits, to choose the shot where he's running away in perspective with the lion.
Oh yeah, just
Like, could you have chosen a more difficult shot to draw?
Oh, yeah,
and
exactly.
just casually sticking something on the right hand side there.
It's
And
wanting to
that,
stay
you know, but-
challenged.
Toth is again just a master at that stuff, and
Yeah.
such simplicity, but so accurate.
Right.
And if you look at that right hand page where they're walking,
Mm.
if you just look at the legs and just flick your eyes, it's like they're all walking. It's the same person. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
just flick your
yeah.
eyes at the legs, the way the motion of the
Yeah.
legs. It's fantastic.
So well done.
And I wouldn't doubt if Toth didn't do that purposely, because he was always thinking
Yeah,
motion and
I
liveliness.
bet he did. Yeah.
Yep.
I'd say he did.
Just unbelievable. That guy at the bottom, that's got a real Clark Kent look. to
Yeah,
it.
I'm going to say that.
Yes,
that
he does.
The center one at the bottom looks like Kurt Swan, doesn't it?
Oh yes, yes.
Yep. He gets to draw Clark Kent here in a little bit.
Look at that.
It's
Oh,
Micro Venture. This
Look at
series is called. I can't say I can recall that, but this is Three Musketeers here.
yeah.
Look at that. Look at the back of that girl's head. The
Yeah.
line. There isn't anything
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at it. It's just fantastic, isn't it?
Oh, it's just
But he's
Yeah.
got that shape down. Yeah.
What's there is what's needed to be there.
Yes.
That's,
and nothing else. Nothing
That's what
else
Toth was big on.
Less is more and all that.
Oh yeah.
All
But talk
those,
about your classic, Porthos and
Yeah.
and,
those three,
Athos.
all in exactly the same costume and yet immediately identifiable.
Yeah.
Ugh, just
Brilliant.
yeah, there he is. He's
Oh wow.
Instruction.
Yeah.
he's diagramming, actual sword play with those.
Yeah.
Look at the way he's bending his legs on the left there. Just
Yeah.
slightly bending his legs. Wow.
Probably actual real,
At the top.
fencing technique.
Yeah.
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 It's fantastic, isn't it?
Oh,
And he's drawn the swords as well.
right. Yeah, and
Or
that,
foils, as they call.
that's how dedicated he was. He just, he really wanted to get things not just right, but get them, dynamic.
And look at the way on the top drawing on the left, on the right, the way he's just sort of leaned, his head is just going slightly backwards. The other side, the other side of the page, that where your right hand is now. That drawing there, up. That one. The way he's just sort of got the foil down and his head is back.
It's tilted backwards, isn't it?
Tilted back, tilted away from you. It's just
just underneath the chin, just a little bit.
Well, that's how one would stand doing that.
And, yeah, I know. And then you can see when he lunges forward in the next drawing, you can see that in your mind. You've seen guys doing that.
Oh yeah.
The way they lunge forward with the hand on the waist.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just
Close enough. I think I can go down on
so
it
much
again.
life to it.
Everything's going to go sideways as soon as I tighten up this camera.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
But you have to love that old time circus strongman posing that Porthos is doing.
Yeah.
Just
with the hand bent over, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
And again, he's not standing straight here. He's curved.
Yeah.
With his chest, arms going in the opposite. So natural looking. Relaxed here.
Just
look at that sequence in the middle there where he's lunging forward and then he's parrying up, and it's just fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got his Bravo for Adventure too. We should go through that sometime real soon as well. And now I knew we were going to go sideways again.
Oh yeah, Marcon, the Mole Man, Targo.
Look at that.
All these villains, all these great.
What's that guy at the top? Zartan.
Zartan looks like a parrot.
Yeah.
The Parrot Man. That's awesome.
Says everything twice.
Xandor here, the Mole Men.
Yeah.
Just awesome.
Mole Man.
Flying monkeys.
Who just did that Mole Man voice?
I'm
some Mole Man. I can't see very well.
I want my slippers.
So look at that
today, huh?
Look at it up the left-hand corner of the Mole Man. He's sitting on that concrete-looking type throne, that angular, cut stone look.
Those spacecraft look really 50s, don't they?
It's Targo.
Oh,
Don't they? Yeah.
These?
Yeah.
But they have a lot of charm to them. 3 lines, circle. Yeah. Turn it sideways.
They're brilliant, but it's just really 50s.
Oh, very.
Yep.
And that guy in the bottom right looks like a real Wally Wood War of the Worlds card drawing. That one,
yes.
That's awesome.
God.
Not War of the Worlds, Mars Attacks.
Yeah. It's a bug riding a bug.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Getting into it, Russ. I can tell you getting into it.
I love Mars Attacks.
It's brilliant chaos.
More bugs.
A friend of mine who saw the film was talking with somebody else who didn't understand this stuff, and the other person was complaining to him, saying, "They're just killing everybody." And he said, "The name of the film is Mars Attacks."
I was going to say that great bit where he goes, does he go to the UN or something, that guy with the brain, and he just yaks on, and then he just kills everybody.
Yeah.
It's just hysterical from the first moment. It's just brilliant.
God, yeah.
It took 2 or 3 viewings of that movie for me to really start appreciating it. But
I heard of that movie. Tim Burton just put out a call. Anybody who wants to be in it, come.
Yeah, I'm going to say. That's what happened. I think there was only us 4 not in it.
Jack Nicholson gives like 2 different performances in that movie that you had. It was just brilliant. He's the president. He's like this whacked out cowboy. It's like 2 polar opposites.
Are you sure about
that? Not from him. Just 2 versions of himself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these God,
Look at that one.
Surgeon
And look at that
Bugs.
joint. That way you just pointed there, Randy. Look at that's underneath his jaw, isn't it?
yeah.
Look at you're looking up at him.
Yeah, you can almost see him gulping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Fabulous,
striations
isn't it?
of skin and all that. Just and again, that to the right was where Xandor and all those insectoid looking creatures there with the mustache type mandibles.
Yeah.
Oh,
They must have been going to call Herculoid Xandor at one point.
yeah.
That's
Well,
the guy.
yeah, that was going to be the name of the show. Yeah.
That's the guy who is the dad. On the
That guy
Herculoid.
there, wait, looks like a Xanti misfit, doesn't he?
This
Where you
here?
thumb,
Yeah.
one off the outer limits.
3 eyes. Huh?
Oh yeah, that one where it terrifies the hillbilly woman in the cabin.
Yeah, that's
It's kind of our version of the Daleks. Scared little kids.
That's-
into
I remember
plenty of
watching-
nightmares.
I remember watching Xanti Misfits when I was about 7. It just freaked me out.
Yeah,
Oh god, yeah.
I think it freaked everybody out when they saw it. Look at that. I love that.
I just saw it not too long ago, and it still freaks me out.
It does.
Well, again, those outer limits are like Twilight Zones. They still hold up if you look
Yeah.
at them
Oh,
from
yeah.
a 50s
Oh, yeah,
giant
yeah.
monster perspective.
and
they're
that
great.
old woman hillbilly was played by the great Agnes Moorehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
And
of
then you've got Bruce Dern in there as well, haven't you? And all
Mhm.
those.
oh
It's-
yes,
It's great
Yeah.
watching those episodes just to see who's in them, isn't it? Because you've
Yeah.
got Shatner
Robert-
and Nimoy in one episode together,
Yeah.
haven't you? Before
Yeah.
Star
Robert
Trek.
Oh, yeah.
Culp did a number of them too. Yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
Just great stuff.
Wasn't Robert Culp the man with the 6th finger or something? Where that robot, he had a false hand and he had to find his fingers.
Demon with a
Yes.
glass hand.
That's the one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Robert Culp, wasn't it?
Yeah, that
Oh,
was written
yeah.
by Harlan Ellison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And Ilya Kuryakin was the 6th finger, wasn't he? David McCallum.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then in the Great Twilight Zone, where Robert Redford played Death, that was amazing.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
He was trying to get an old lady to leave her home after he made her realize that she had died. Oh, it's just great.
Look at this. That's just phenomenal.
Oh yeah, look at that. Just
I don't ever remember Toth doing any Conan work. Do you?
he did a couple of pinups
Did he?
in
Yeah.
Conan Savage Sword near the one of the last few years of his life. He did just phenomenal Conan.
Would have really loved to have seen him do a full story.
Oh yeah, that'd been great.
Nice little lizard there.
Oh man,
Control board.
God, it's just Look at this that ominous figure to
that's
the bottom left.
Herculoid.
That robot looking type guy. Look how menacing he looks with the upward shot and that
Yeah.
powerful. Oh,
Pointy head.
Got a pointy
Bullet,
head. Yeah.
bullet head.
yes.
Bullet.
Sure, it looks like they curved it down though at the last minute, so that they,
Yeah.
they didn't have to worry about that point. Looks
Yeah,
kind of like a Pope's hat, a shorter version of a Pope's hat.
Ancient
Catholic
fish
robot.
ceremony hat.
Amazing.
Yeah, Catholic robot.
Oh,
Catholic robot.
Catholic.
It's teetotal. Doesn't believe in sex before marriage.
no sex before destroying the world.
Yeah, no sex before tea time, darling. I'm off to destroy a planet.
This is the classic robot that I know right there. That's
Oh,
the one
yeah.
that really affected me when I was a kid. I was drawing a lot of characters of those claw-like hands.
Yeah, there's weed cutters, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clippers,
Yeah.
Cheers.
yeah.
snips,
Yeah.
yeah. Garden.
Claws are
garden-
great.
Tap 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 tap.
It's Igloo again.
And that guy there in the middle, right in the center of the page, he's walking towards you. Up at the
Metallic
top.
tundra. Look at that.
The way he's walking, the way his leg is on his top of his leg. It's
Which one?
fantastic. The one that
Yeah.
top, that one, yeah, that one. The way he's coming towards you, like he's menacing it, but the way his leg goes back just slightly, we can see it in
Oh
the crease,
yeah,
of, the
yeah.
crease of his trousers.
Same thing with the lady here. She's got
Yeah.
one leg ahead of her.
Menacing baby
Look
head.
at that monster. That's
Yeah.
great.
It's like,
Oh.
how far have we got so far? And,
Oh, not far.
yeah, I mean, how how much repetition have you seen?
Are we doing another episode? Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm
Where are we
saying
at?
you look how far
Where?
we've got so far and how
Yeah.
much content we've seen and
Yeah.
how much repetition has there been.
Just
Been
now.
very little.
Oh,
Very
Yeah.
little repetition.
very, very little.
Yeah.
You know, occasionally there'll be a similar line in a costume or something, but the amount of different heads
Yeah.
have been incredible.
If you look at the top right again, very top right, the way he's pointing and that guy's
That
leaning
is just
in
a
because
great
the other
menacing
guy's
shot, isn't it?
the other guy's telling
Yeah.
him something. He's leaning
Yeah.
in, listening.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that
Pretty much
off
so.
center
Who is that?
cloak draping over the one shoulder, but it's draping back past the
Yeah.
pointing hand.
Dark.
Just
Darkon.
dark on.
That's Greedo down the bottom. I reckon he shot first.
Greedo.
Greedo here.
Yeah.
That's how I remember it.
No, Greedo's in the middle there with the black shoulders
That's right.
in the middle.
Numa solo.
No,
Here.
there,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He's
thought
got a
he was-
little. He's got a lens there for an eye.
You know that Greedo thing? I can never understand the debate because if he would have shot first, Han would have been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, hand just I think it was just really very simplistic, and I think Greedo did shoot first, but he wasn't a very good shot.
No, it was Han shot first. Yeah, Han
reckon
shot
Han
first.
shot
The original.
I mean, does it matter? You know, Greedo
Well,
was a scumbag and he deserved it.
But it,
Yeah,
it
but
does matter because it showed Han Solo to be a badass,
He was a scoundrel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
a scoundrel.
He
Yeah.
was.
Scoundrel. Well,
You're always supposed to question his morality until the very, very, very end when he saves Luke.
that's
Yeah.
That's
the
what
way
makes
it-
the whole him showing up for the Death Star so
Yeah.
dramatic.
I don't know that scene didn't do that for me. I could tell by then that the guy was a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this guy's the dodgy anti-hero. I'm good with that.
So that just
Shoot
might be
first,
overkill, right?
Shoot second, don't care. Greedo deserved it.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, the way that the ultimate aspect to show the way he was just the way he threw the money on the desk and said sorry about the mess.
Oh yeah.
So that said everything you needed to know about Han Solo in that one act.
Oh yeah,
Okay?
exactly.
He was happy to kill Greedo. The bastard deserved it. I mean, look at the
Oh, yeah.
state of him. He was all
And-
green
and-
and bumpy.
It was
Okay,
a matter of his own survival. He wasn't gonna-
but he paid the money for the mess to the barman. So he's a
Yeah.
good guy, right? So in
Except
that
he
one
couldn't pay- he couldn't
sentence,
pay for the-
everything
pay
you
for
needed
the-
to know about Han Solo.
He couldn't pay for the cargo that got him in the mess in the first place.
Yeah, but that's all scumbags. That's not an honest barman plying his trade, is it? He don't
Oh,
care
yeah.
about those people. But the
Exactly.
barman's honest.
Yeah,
So
no
he gave him
blasters,
the money.
no blasters.
No
Yeah.
blasters, no blasters.
blasters.
You can take your robots outside. We don't want their kind here.
Don't join
Okay,
here.
fair enough. All right, they're just robots. Give me a break.
A set of Fantastic Four villains
Oh yeah, look at that.
in the
Oh
Watcher.
yeah, the Watcher.
Oh, the Watcher. Look at that.
Ivan Kragoff, the Red Ghost.
Look at the Kirby in that.
Yeah.
Right there,
Oh
Yeah.
without a doubt.
There's lots of Kirby in that.
Oh sure.
Look at the shape of the one on the left.
Oh
The
yeah.
guy on
Watcher.
the
sure.
Oh, this guy.
the scroll on the left.
Yeah,
That's a Kirby shaped body.
Oh, here.
Oh yeah.
That Doctor Doom looked very menacing. Looks like he's saying, "Come to Daddy."
Yeah, it
Isn't
does.
it?
Yeah.
He's got a very small body and a big
Yeah.
head, so it doesn't make him look very menacing at all, does it? He's like, look, I'm the action doll of Doctor Doom.
And then you at the far right at the bottom left where Doctor Doom's looking at you, he's saying, "What'd you talk about, Willis?" Looking at
This is
I'm
if
Dr.
Doctor
Doom.
Doom was in a cartoon, like family comedy.
spoof. Yeah,
Doctor Doom's my dad. There you go. What have you been doing today, Doom? Oh no, if I know, Father
Oh.
loves Beaver.
Red Ghost.
But look at but over to the right where it shows Doom before the accident. I mean,
Yeah.
just look at how he gives him that arrogant.
Look at
Yeah.
that wonderful smock, the
yeah.
lab gear.
Yeah.
No, the
The
lab
nose
gear on
set.
the right and
Yeah.
the high neck on the
Yeah.
lab gear. Just
Just
But it's also interesting that he's paying attention to Kirby because he's drawn him very handsome as well.
Yeah.
And that was the problem, just that little nick on his face that sent him over the edge. He looks like a Jonny Quest type of character, doesn't he? There.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
And it's probably one of the great reasons why Toth said he had nothing but fun about that show, because he got to work right from Kirby's designs.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Talk about mutual admiration.
I guess he wouldn't have a lot to do then, would he, if Kirby was doing them?
Oh yeah, but
because he would finish work, you know.
To see this stuff, to see Kirby filtered through Toth, it just
yeah. I mean, wow, yeah,
just amazing. Oh yeah.
That's a real Buscema girl there on the right hand side, isn't it? Look at that face.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And on the top, the top upstairs one. On the top one as well.
The top one, yeah.
Yeah, where she's
sporoid.
It's the lips, isn't it, and the eyebrows that he does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah,
and the round face with the cheekbones.
That looks very John Buscema to me. Right there.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Yeah,
that's what just said that. Yeah, cheekbones,
and yet classic Kirby hair crown on her head. Just just unbelievable.
I think it's great the way that as it shows you how good. Another way that Toth is so good that he's paid attention, hasn't he? Mm-hmm. He's paid attention to the Kirby model, and he's not tried to change it, or he's using it. He's making it more. You know, he's not pull his nose up at it. You know,
it's an interpretation rather than a change. You know, like I'm going to give it my version of this. No, you just interpret it exactly perfectly what Randy says as a filter. It's like filtered through Toth,
and you can see like. You're pointing out, Randy, this Triton instead of Namor.
Triton instead of Namor, but it looks like Namor.
Oh yeah,
just different clothes. Very much looks like Namor.
It is just with a headdress, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
And very much again, Kirby filtered through
down to the wings.
Because we ended up having a Triton, didn't we?
Yeah,
because he's an Inhuman, isn't he?
Yeah. But look at how to the bottom left, the Tuma.
Yeah,
that's pure Kirby right there.
Yep.
And yet, when you look at that and compare it to Toth's design of Metallus, which was his design, you can see again the Kirby influence that was all over everything.
I'm not sure about the guy's little slippers though. They don't seem to work. Like he's got his flip flops on. Yeah.
Well, he just gotten out of bed. He hadn't taken up his bedroom slippers.
I will take over the universe in ballet shoes.
That's what started his whole villain arc.
He was under the water. He just had to make sure he didn't step on some sharp coral or something.
Yeah.
Like he did last week.
I've got Modelo's on.
Exactly. I think you got it right, Mitch. That's where the bad guys start, when they have poor footwork.
That Triton guy that they said is like Namor. I think he looks more like Loki.
Namor.
There's a Loki vibe to him.
There is a bit of a Loki.
Yeah, there is a bit.
Yeah.
But they had to do that because the Submariner cartoon. They couldn't use the name, so they had to, or the likeness.
But again, look at the master of the anatomy. Look at that small figure of him, that downward shot of his head. But then compare that to the slightly different use of over in a Tuma, which is not quite as severe of an angle, but still two completely different figures, but still that same dynamic in the way he would draw.
Why couldn't they have the Submariner or Namor in Namor, whatever?
Well, they only could get
in this cartoon. That's they were already running Submariner in the 5 character
the Murray
block.
Marvel marching stuff.
But why couldn't you just have the same character in 2 cartoons?
Because they rented the likeness, they rented the name of the character out.
I see. Like what it? Right. Okay.
That's why it's taken them so long to get Namor in Marvel movies, because Universal went through and bought the rights for Submariner and Hulk.
Yeah, but that was in the 90s.
Oh, was it?
Way back when? Yeah. That was in.
It wasn't the 21st century. 20th Century Fox had owned Namor, huh? With the whole Fantastic Four stuff.
Did they really?
No, I think.
No, but all those.
I'm sure that Universal had that also.
Weren't all those purchases done in the 90s when after Chapter 11 for Marvel? I mean, the stuff we're talking about here is way earlier.
Yeah, but it was before the Disney deal went through, but they signed over the rights without any end date.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
know, but
Sony still owns Spider-Man.
that was
for
in the
movies.
90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
but this I don't understand this. If they've already
Oh, here
If
they
they
had
already
already
have-
leased out the Submariner name and the rights to the cartoon company that was doing the other set of cartoons.
Oh right, so some other cartoon company was
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
So I think Submariner was Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Captain
Right.
America was Monday. I know Iron Man was Wednesday. Thor was Thursday,
Right. Oh, I see. Okay.
and there
so
was
there's-
Hulk
right.
and Submariner somewhere
Yeah.
in there. I think
Yeah.
Hulk was Tuesday.
If it's somebody else doing it,
Submariner
I
was
can,
Friday.
I
Yeah,
can see
it was just-
where the problem lies. But I
Yeah.
thought they were all doing it. They were doing.
Well,
the-
that and I'm assuming Submariner was kind of the hero in the other cartoon, right?
Oh yeah,
well,
very much.
yeah, it
So
was
you
taken
would-
off of the Submariner books. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so you wouldn't really the way he is in Fantastic Four, you might not want to portray that.
There's-
Exactly.
There's two things on that top left page. Look at the distance between that guy's feet, the way he's standing with the legs
Oh,
apart.
yeah.
Very Marvel.
And then look
Yeah.
down at the title. I think that's Fantastic Four 36. Behold the distant star. I think it's 36 or 37.
Oh, okay.
That's the title of that comic.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And there's like scrolls, aren't there? I think that was the first appearance of the scrolls in FF36. I'm not
Yeah.
sure, but it was
That
called
was-
Behold.
First scroll was number 2.
Oh yeah, yes, of course. Yeah, there were cows, weren't
That,
there? Yeah,
they
sorry.
turned into cows at the end. Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. But that title there, Behold the Distant Star, I think is FF36 or 37.
But yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Just amazing. Oh, but that wide stance though, you're a Malky man. That's very much both a Kirby and a Buscema.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah,
technique of showing
yeah.
power.
It's the way policemen stand. It makes them look bigger, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Submariner. Yeah.
Whoa, swish, swish.
swish.
Boom.
Whoa,
Oh, wow.
nice.
Oh, nice flow of the figure
Oh,
there.
look at that eye.
Oh, they're great.
Wow.
And you don't get you don't get that fluidness anymore.
No.
No, because that was all created through
No.
all the animators' knowledge of anatomy and their willingness to show movement with the drawing. You know, they had to put a lot more work into it. In order
And
to
on
get
that show, that's the most fluidity you got because the rest of the stories were the comics literally cut out and
Yeah.
moved
yeah,
like
just
flash
pasted
animation.
and then
Yeah.
moved and
Ah.
yeah, just amazing.
More stuff, including Galactus.
What's on the big screen,
Yeah.
Randy?
I got you, Randy.
Oh, sorry, I got it.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
Got you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
there's Galactus. That's just
Wow.
unbelievable.
Is that Blast Star next to him?
Yes, yes.
The mole from Thunderbirds.
Yeah. Yeah.
That spinning drill bit in the front. It's awesome.
Do you remember
look
that? Sorry, do you remember that
What's that
Thunderbird?
scene right there?
Which one?
The on the top page, the left hand side on the bottom.
Yeah. Fantastic,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Oh, yeah. But down below the bottom left corner, the Egyptian villain there from
Yeah.
the Ramatut. That
Ramatut, yeah.
it almost has that Arabian Nights Jafar look to him.
It does. Yeah, it does.
Sunken
Yeah.
cheekbones and the
Yeah.
beard and the chin, and just awesome.
Well, I'm sure the animators who animated that and designed that definitely pulled from some Toth stuff. That's probably what they were watching when they were coming up.
Oh, I don't doubt that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Look at that. We're going to talk about the villainous look. Oh, look at that little birthmark on that Nazi's face in the bottom left corner of the Got Page there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I see.
You can always tell a Nazi, can't you? You can see it from 100 paces. Whenever they've got those monocles on, you can see them coming.
Yeah.
Little bit of a goose step in their walk. You can see it.
That little machine he's with, with the guy with the beauty spot on his face. The little drawing at the bottom.
Like a gun.
Oh,
Looks like the rain machine on that Kate Bush video.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
It's a classic Zarkov ray gun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Shah, Little Dragon.
Yeah.
Which is it?
And,
that's Shazam.
And don't you love that? How Toth designed the Shazam logo so the lightning bolt is two Z's.
Yeah.
Yes.
I noticed that earlier. Yeah.
He was doing all that by hand too.
Yeah,
Keeping
just
himself busy.
Look at that guy walking in the middle of that. Right in the center of the page, the way he's walking. It's just fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. Beautiful. With a tire on his head.
And just to the right of him, that nice profile shot of the way the neck structured cloth and then the big turban type covering and
the cheekbone again.
Oh God, yeah.
Quick simplicity here, just solids.
And a tire on his head.
Yeah, a tire on his head. The white wall.
I was gonna say a bowl for candy, maybe. I don't know.
The ruler of the darkness.
Just awesome.
As opposed to the evil hunter.
Does that little guy on the bottom left, is he always in shock? It's like he's going, Marine Boy.
Oh my God.
Here too, though.
Yeah, he's always like, wow, what the hell is that?
Because his eyes are so big.
Right.
Marvy in the house.
Kind of sound effect we got there.
Greeting sinners. What a wonderful artist on today's show. I'll catch up with you guys later on the replay. Have a great day. You too, Marvy. Hope you had a good day. Is that above it? Just found a copy. Yep. Complete Zorro.
Hey, Mitch, do you have any of these books in your collection? Hello? Is Mitch there?
No, it's C.
Oh, C. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Mitch. Okay.
Mitch is not here yet.
No, I don't have any Toth, nothing like that. No.
Oh boy, yeah, these are. Look at that squid. Look at that.
Got to remember some of these guys are kids, Scott.
Well, that's true. I got it.
Toth was probably dead before he started drawing.
Children. Hey, children.
No offense.
You like my salty balls?
Look at that guy at the top. The guy at the top with the folded arms looks like a one-man Hydra. You know when the Kirby used to draw them with all the hands behind them?
Oh yeah.
Look at all the back on that guy with all the arms. His back, where he's just popped in the shoulder blade on each arm.
Yeah.
It's got 12 arms.
Leave it at top.
Oh no, it shows 3. That must be a transpose there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got 6 arms.
Amazing.
Wow.
He could pretend to be a spider.
So true. Says little lizard dude. Looks like an alligator or boar head.
Yeah.
On him. That looks like an evil version of Shazam there.
Yeah. I think that was. It was like.
It looks like he's singing. If I was a rich man.
Yeah.
Who just died recently, didn't he? That guy, Topol, was he called?
Topol.
Yeah.
Is it Topol?
Was it him or somebody else who was famous for playing in the theater? I think.
Right.
He did. Yeah. Topol.
Okay.
He played that on Broadway, and then he ended up playing Dr. Zarkov in Flash Gordon.
You loved him in that.
Yes.
Everybody loved that film.
I love that film.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Flash, I love you, but we only have 14 hours to save the world.
He's alive.
Go, Flash,
Gordon's
go.
alive.
Go, Flash, go. Go, Flash, go.
I'll tell
Yeah,
you, that
that-
Flash Gordon film is probably one of the most beautiful films in terms of color.
I think it's one of the most
amazing.
underrated camp films of all time.
It's a
you know?
fabulous film. Yeah,
The best thing about that film, the two best things about the film, one is when it goes off, and the other one is clean soundtrack.
Oh,
had that on-
you- Talking of curmudgeons.
Oh, Glenn.
We had that on tape when I was married to my first wife, and my daughter would watch it with me until we stopped watching it, because there's a scene in there where the Prince Baron, Timothy Dalton, turns to the Princess Aura and calls her a lying bitch. And my daughter went around the house the whole day going, lying bitch, lying bitch, lying bitch.
And I admit
That was it.
that film was the first time I ever heard somebody use the word necrophilia, and I understood what it meant. It was just amazing.
So, I thought it was great. Is it in Ted or Ted 2 when the actor for Flash
Sam
turns
Jones
up?
the third, yeah.
They just get absolutely hammered.
Or Sam Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
You got a chance to be with a woman you love, or go out and get hammered with Flash Gordon. It's like, oh well, you know.
Do you remember when MASH was on? Remember the song? My daughter, my stepdaughter, when she was about 5, was walking around for weeks going, "Suicide is dangerous.
Oh,
Suicide is dangerous." She was only 5.
Yeah. Let's look at that.
Well,
guy.
no, there we go, Glenn. At the very bottom of the page, you got another guy wearing a tire on his head. See that?
Yeah. I was just looking at the little guy with the wood over his shoulder, the weight on that wood, that club, little tiny, right in the center.
Yeah.
Can you see him?
Just amazing.
The weight on that.
It's got a Captain Caveman haircut.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
there's a lot of like Lawrence of Arabia kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Shazam still. That's very much in that motif.
Very.
Yeah.
Size of an elephant.
That's
Shade.
later. That's later. He did Wonder Twins too. So that's
Oh
in
yeah.
his-
Yes.
Designed them all. This whole second run of Super Friends, they wanted a more ethnic group. So he went home over the weekend, went home on a Friday, came back on a Monday with all the characters done.
Does anybody watch the
Here's
Solid
Black
JJ?
Vulcan, here's Apache Chief, here's
Does anybody watch the Solid JJ videos?
No.
They're
what
effectively
is that?
him voicing over old cartoons of the Justice League and stuff.
Oh.
Oh,
no.
no kidding.
They're
If we had
bloody
a cast of
hilarious.
people, I'd do that in a heartbeat. That would be hilarious.
They are bloody hilarious. And he did this. I just caught one last night, and it just happened to have the Wonder Twins in, and they were looking for new. It was like a panel of Superman and Wonder Woman, the Flash, and Batman, all saying, "Right, well, do you want to be part of the Justice League?" And the two of them come in and says, "This is our power." And one of them turns into a giraffe, and the other one turns into a puddle of water. And they're like, well, "Is that it? Is this a one-time? You can change back now." And they're like, "They don't change. Is this a one-time thing? Can you do anything else?" And it's like the giraffe is drinking the water, and they're like, "No, stop!" You've got to watch Solid JJ. It's very, very funny.
Oh my god, that sounds hilarious.
It sounds like kind of like the old C Lab 2020 that they did, where they took the C Lab 2020 and talked over it.
Yeah, it is that kind of thing. They're just shorts, and they're like Super Friends, Spider-Man. He did some Star Wars. He does the Muppets as well, and they just do like these little. They're only like a couple of minute videos with him sort of doing the voices over the top, and they're very funny.
Anytime you find a real funny one like that, don't be afraid to share it.
Yes.
I'd love to see that.
Use a laugh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at this bird's eye view shot. This guy drumming.
Oh god, yeah. Well, you notice how much Toth seems to draw also from the insect world for designs and creatures itself. But when it's beyond even that, it all has that kind of, taking snippets from nature here and there to.
Well, he's just incredibly observant, isn't he? He's just brilliant.
That and insects are scary. So,
Yeah, that's true.
more
No,
Shazam.
speaking of right there, right by that elephant. Look at that, biting snake type worm thing he's got going. Just
Oh my gosh,
Love the owl.
that is horrific. It's brilliant, but horrific.
Yeah.
oh yeah. Going right out of his hand. Boy, talk about Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
Now you don't see these Shazam cartoons much. They're pretty rare.
Oh, that stereotype. They can't. They're not going to show those. The silly was it Turner has got the rights. Warner Brothers has got the rights to all this. They were running them all on Shazam on Boomerang for a while, and then they pulled them.
Oh yeah,
So all of these old great Hanna-Barbera shows that you never. Yeah, you can get the set of these though on Amazon. They do it's almost like a print-on-demand service where you can get them all on DVD. You can get the whole run, the whole show.
well that'd be cool.
So I've got just about all of them. I don't have Shazam either, but I have Birdman, Space Ghost, Herculoids. Just picked up Thundar and Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles, which was one of the few Hanna-Barbera shows that Alex didn't do the character sheets for. Somebody else did all of that design work on that show.
That's amazing.
I
Well,
used to know that guy's name too. I couldn't tell you who he is, but
the way before you turn the on the bottom page right there with that walking tree, that is a real tree beard ent type thing going on there, doesn't it?
it is. Yep. Look at that little
Amazing.
swimmer.
Oh yeah.
Webbed feet. That's pretty hot. Big head.
Yeah, leaf like amazing.
Looks like a swimming plant.
Yeah, that almost agonized pose of this gargoyle at the bottom,
There.
that twisting up and kind of almost painful pose.
Far different from your standard front side back character sheets that you see most animation.
Oh man.
I think,
Have you got any idea of the time this covers? You know, is all this like a few years' work or a few weeks' work or what?
No, a few years work, late 60s.
Probably from mid 60s to mid 70s.
Oh, right.
No, this material is pretty 60s, right before they clamped down on all the violence on Saturday morning.
Yeah,
Remember
what
that?
we've seen so far. Yeah, I'm just
Everything through
Toth,
Shazam. Yeah.
Yeah, Toth's output lasted.
This goes all the way up through the 90s, up through the Bionic 6.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, but a lot of this stuff here, it was very much mid to late 60s. Yeah.
That's just great and evil right there.
Oh, God.
More great Shazam work.
Just amazing.
It's got all the villains in here from Josie and the Pussycats in outer space.
Wait, before you turn back, the bottom page there with the guy pulling the bow back.
Yeah.
That standing figure. It just has that.
What a great pose, huh?
Arm
It's got the tension of the string, hasn't it? On the bow.
Yeah. Just amazing.
Look at that monster.
Just amazing.
Yeah, look who's that guy. Who's he? Like his shoes. He's got hug boots on, isn't he? What they called?
Oh, Phil, shoot him in the ass.
Up yours, Gordon. That is 20 feet tall. That's what it says.
All right.
Oh, no kidding.
Is that his name? 20 feet tall.
Mercurio, MERCURRIO, it looks like. Still Shazam.
That's like
Little bit
the from the movie Flesh Gordon. Nobody fucks with my ass.
Oh my God. Up yours, Gordon.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
Also a classic movie with the great Penisauruses. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bloody that's God.
Yeah.
From my
Something I have to take your
childhood.
word for it.
From your child.
Yeah, I watched that when I was at school. It was like there's somebody said, I've got this film, you gotta watch this, it's hysterical. Oh, don't watch it while their parents are home.
Yeah.
Like brand new, like people with VHS recorders, early 80s.
And
Come on,
instead of
what's this?
instead of Ming, they had Wang.
Wang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the evil Wang. Yeah.
It was Flesh Gordon, and there was
Flesh.
another one as well. I can't remember the other one. The one with the Nazi penises.
That was back when they were trying to do more art films than pornography. They were trying to do
Yeah,
artistic
Of course they were.
pornography.
Yeah.
It was
He
bonkers.
shot me in my ass. Nobody fucks with my ass.
It was,
Back when John Holmes was doing detective movies with
Oh dear.
pornographic scenes and Johnny Watt.
Yeah.
Well, that's where Wes
actual
Craven got
stories in
his
it.
start.
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah.
kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, Wes Craven's doing all these, grade C films. Yeah.
yeah, he always did.
Oh,
I don't
I'll
think he
ride a
ever
lizard into work
went
today.
further on. No.
Look at that.
amazing.
And again, thin evil.
Yeah, how many different variations of evil guys does Toth design? It's
I
just
just doing all the
Yeah.
villains. So there's Cruella DeVille only as a cave lady.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
guy next to her, he looks like the guys from the Time Machine.
Yeah, a Morlock.
Morlock.
Oh, yeah.
Morlock.
Yeah.
Looks like Conan the Barbarian with that black hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this guy down here with the big moo on with the skull staff.
Big moo.
I'm tripping out on the ant guys right here. They're just fantastic.
Yeah.
These are Mighty Mightor villains here.
He's got a backside for a head, hasn't he? The Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Art
somebody
like-
mentions Flesh Gordon, and now we can't get away from it.
I blow raspberries in your general direction.
He's
What
a
is
breakfast-
that? That character Arseface is he? That's the
Arseface?
Yeah.
That's the other. That's the front side of the face.
Yeah.
That was on Preacher.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. Oh, look at that pterodactyl. Oh,
Pterodactyl.
awesome.
There's a Morlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. More like
Yeah,
that.
he looks like he's had his hair done.
Yeah,
Look how he's got his knuckles on the floor as well.
Oh, yes. That,
dragon.
Oh.
Toth was so good at paying attention to those little details
Yeah.
just to get them right.
That's why he had this job. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
and again another Bowman here.
That guy there,
Very
that guy in the top right, he looks like flying that pterodactyl. Looks like a scene from Avatar.
Yeah,
oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
still Mightor.
That
working
real
on there.
sense
Yeah.
of flight, that real
Yep.
sense of airborne. Man, oh man! Oh, look at that! The bottom right, that bear cave,
Yeah.
bear. Oh, it's amazing.
We're gonna end up doing a part 2, aren't we?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are.
I mean, I was
I
just about to
think
say,
so.
how far are you through? Halfway?
No,
another three-parter.
about a third of the
Well,
way.
if we keep drooling over every page, we'll never
I
get
know.
through this thing.
Yep, but that's the idea, though. That's why we show this stuff off.
Oh my
to
God!
show folks how great this material was. Look at and just the ingenious design work alone is just,
Oh yeah, yeah.
look at that, just amazing.
The same page after page after page with
Tribal.
very, very little repetition in shape and form.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. So much variety, so much amazing.
well, you had pages of Arabian motif because it was Shazam. Now you're having caveman motif from Mighty Mightor,
Oh yeah.
tribal, flying dragons.
When
Look at
you-
that,
when
so
you
simplistic,
combine-
so cool.
Toth's ability to design and his ability to draw, combine those two, just
Well,
God.
this is that a
Centipede.
perfect example of what Russ always talking about, the economy of line.
Yeah,
Oh yes.
absolutely. And it gets even crazier when we get towards the back. When you see the Bionic 6 stuff, it's all rapidograph. Very, very little fill in. It's all just line work. Very much
Oh, yeah,
like this
eventually.
material here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes that and stops spotting the blacks, that kind of stuff. Look at that bug man. Oh, look at that cave. That's my torch
Oh.
cave right there.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
That's a Conan the Barbarian cave. That.
Oh yes.
It's
Yes.
my torch cave, though. You can tell by the horns.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got those horns working. Look at that bug man. Another butthead.
Looks like they're there to stab the fondue with those big forks there.
Yeah.
Fondue.
Fondue.
But look at this at the bottom left corner of this giant, almost shark type mole mouth thing. Oh,
That's from Moby Dick.
that's
The Moby Dick episode was two kids, boys, that had their best friend was Moby Dick, and they went around and fought underwater menaces.
yeah.
Before
Two
he got
kids
to
in
Ahab.
wetsuits or scuba diving outfits.
with a seal sight.
Yeah.
Little.
So now we're getting into a more aquatic theme. So here we go.
Oh,
Oh, crab
Manta
man.
rays, crabs.
Yeah.
Captain Nemo look to it.
Again, look at that left hand, the top left, where he's standing sideways, the profile, and he's just stepping forward just a few inches and
Yes,
sticking
yeah.
his chest out.
And the simplicity of the shape here. Just
Yeah.
Fantastic, isn't
solids.
it?
Yeah.
And
Up the
look
nose, under the
look at-
chin shot
Yeah,
here,
look at that interior there in the shadow.
right here.
Yeah, look at
Just
that.
Oh.
blacks and lines. Yeah,
Fantastic, isn't it?
isn't it?
really is.
And again, another great shape. That does look like a manta ray there.
And it's
Like,
really
that
menacing
lines
as
up.
well, isn't it? All that black, really menacing.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Then that really cool squid type machine
Yeah.
with the long tentacle legs there. That man,
Just amazing. Yeah,
Looks a bit dodgy to me.
looks like the AT-AT from Empire.
Yeah.
oh Glenn, I know what you're talking about. Being Downey, I understand.
Look at the thickness of line on that crab guy, whatever he is, with the clippers on the next page. Look
Oh,
at that.
yeah.
Isn't that fantastic.
Yeah.
Where do we trace the inside or the outside of the line?
Yeah.
Keep thinking right through the center, you dummies. Split it in the middle.
Just make a big line.
Both of big worlds.
Again, the poses that right, the way they stand and the weight of the
Love those
Yeah.
fantastic.
captain faces on the bottom left of the top page. Bottom
Oh
left,
yeah, isn't he?
bottom
Great?
left.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, there,
Yeah.
yeah.
The old
Yeah.
grumpy
They
salt.
they also make me think of some of the bad guys from Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, this-
I don't think he did any of those.
That's-
At least there's none in here that I remember.
right the way down to the title sequence from the original Scooby Doo,
Uh-huh.
and there's like a sort of a zombie stroke shambling monster, and it's
Yeah.
got that face. It's
Oh
just-
yeah.
I can
yeah.
see it.
It's the depth under the eyes and everything.
But you know what's amazing is that bottom right hand corner, that large bulbous head creature.
the
Yeah.
arse head.
That's what my toe
Yeah.
looked like when I broke it last.
That's like your toe. Your toe looked like an alien arse head creature.
Guys wouldn't have
Great.
believed it.
Great name for a short story. My toe was an alien ass head.
Once again, like I was saying about the no repetition with those
Yeah.
alien arse head creatures. Look at the flat feet and the short legs and the little face on the bottom of this bulbous head. It's just wonderful imagination.
Oh,
Superb.
yeah.
He looks like the Mekon from Dan Dare.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was. The Mekon was in that Christmas video with Mel Smith.
No little floating half circle
Yeah.
for them to stand on them. Yeah. I think this is still Moby Dick.
The Mekon was
villain.
so obviously bullied as a child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Be bullied.
more fish. Shark man.
Yeah. Actually, he looks a bit, rather than shark, he looks a bit more like sucky fish. Have you seen those
Okay.
big sucky fish on the bottom of
Yeah.
tanks that go around
Yeah.
sucking everything out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They normally get quite big.
Algae eater.
Yeah. They scare the other fish, but they're
That's awesome. I love the right there where your thumb is, Brandy. The shape of that villain guy.
Yeah.
How powerful he looks.
Almost
Brilliant.
looks like Metallo here in the face.
he's
Yeah.
that
On the bo-
cannot be an easy ride on the back of a manta ray, can it?
No, but that's an awesome shot though. Look at that. All
I
of
don't
that
imagine
sweet.
I
On
don't
the
imagine
bottom
the
left.
manta's real. real
I
happy
keep
with
slipping
it.
off my manta ray. I got to do something.
As above, so below on this.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
On the bottom left, that's Nick Fury pretending to be Tony Stark.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
That is the chief. That is the Birdman's operative. He's the
Yeah.
guy who sent Birdman off on all of his missions. That's Birdman's headquarters. As you
Was
can
it
tell,
the-
with a
Your
giant
mission,
bird.
should you choose to accept it.
It was in defunct volcano.
Yeah,
I love
when-
that. That's sort of somewhere between James Bond and Judge
Yeah.
Dredd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
very,
Hall of
very
Justice.
He'd get a call over one of the screens, the one in front of the chair, from the chief guy, and sent out on different missions. We're getting into Birdman villains.
And what was that commander's name? Was that Chief
I see.
7 or something, or
That was Chief.
something?
I gotta switch glasses again. Damn my eyesight. Birdman's contact.
That's what he was in it?
Model C2, Falcon 7.
Falcon
right there.
7. That's
Yep.
it.
Name's Falcon 7.
That's awesome. What a great name, Falcon 7.
Falcon 7 to Birdman. Yeah. Now we're getting into some standard bad guy superhero villain.
Look how he's walking over that guy on the floor.
Yes,
It's a
yes.
great shot. Both of
I
these are
love
great
that old
shots.
geezer at the top, though. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like a mad librarian or something. Told you to bring those books back yesterday. I have no choice but to destroy you.
that guy down the bottom left with a moustache and a bald head.
Oh, look at
He
that.
is definitely English.
Oh,
Here or here?
no, to the very
No,
bottom.
left.
Bottom left. This guy here.
Yeah.
No, the
Definitely.
guy on the right, he's French.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And the guy
This guy
above
here?
him is Spanish.
Yes.
That's Spanish. All right.
Very much. Yeah.
Look at the determined look on that guy's face. Though. He's just villainous.
Well, would the guy in the bottom left corner with the big, would he be the kind that would destroy you after crumpets or something? Or
Yeah,
what-
yeah.
After tea time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to know what a crumpet is to be English.
And is this guy German? Because he's got a monocle.
No, he's French, that
I
guy.
reckon he's
Oh, he's
French.
French.
He's
Yeah.
definitely French. Yeah, and the guy
Okay.
above him is Spanish.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
One too many
Yeah.
Portos, I think.
But you can see the guy at the bottom right. He unfortunately, you see where he fell for the old shoe polish on the eyeglass trick. With
Yeah. He's popped it on. His German mate did it to him. That guy on the top left with his big head, he's
that-
Modok before
Yeah.
he turns into Modok.
Yeah.
It's just his head
Oh,
is
yes.
slowly growing.
Before the gamma rays hit him.
Yeah.
And again, the guy above that, the villain above that, simplicity in design, just a visor,
I mean,
a
that's
couple
great.
squares,
Oh,
and a
yeah.
skull.
Yes.
Has
amazing.
he
He's
got
a
like
bad guy.
side tashes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
those side tashes.
obviously he's the guy from Korea or Japan.
Yeah.
He went all around the world fighting evil because he could fly. You know, this is one of my favorites here. This
Oh yeah.
design is
Oh,
just
look at
incredible.
that.
It's great.
Snake.
And again, you can pull off all the expressions that you need right there.
Yeah.
Constrictor.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And there's
wow.
a mechanical Birdman, and his companion was Avenger, the bird here.
Bird.
And then Bird Girl was in one or two episodes, I think. She had artificial wings. She
Yeah.
was set up by the evil scientist to be the love foil for Birdman, but he wasn't fooled.
Damn it. That evil scientist looks evil.
And this
Oh,
evil
yeah.
scientist is selling ice cream.
Ice cream.
That's Woody Allen, isn't it?
It is,
Or,
isn't
or
it?
is it Elvis Costello?
I really
this
don't
guy
know if
here.
this ice cream is going to work or not.
I'll sell you a popsicle that will never split.
I'll capture Birdman because I know everyone loves ice cream.
Perfect.
Reducto. That's the
Right,
guy's
we're
name.
at
Obviously, this must be a reducing ray.
we're an hour and 55 minutes, mate.
Reducto. Do we want to keep going or
No, I'm gonna have to go.
look at this
I've,
guy
I've got to package books, mate.
here? Laughed enough for one day. All right.
Yeah.
We'll end it there.
So
all
you
good.
can carry on without me. You don't need me to be here.
Oh,
but
don't trust me. We got something.
Oh
to do,
no,
so.
we'll wait for you. It's okay. It's 2 hours.
gotta-
We're good.
I've
Well,
got to
probably
go
we
and
can get
put
at least
more
one
books in
more.
boxes.
But yeah, we start going in here into the other stuff. There's so much.
Oh, so
to
much
look
of
at
it. Look
here.
at that. Oh no.
There's
next
probably an entire episode on Super Friends alone.
Oh, probably. Probably.
So we'll mark it there. It's all good.
Yeah. We'll go with another one next week. Good stuff. This is so lovely. This work.
Folks, we've been looking at Alex Toth's In Design book by design with Darrell McNeil, putting together some of the great Alex Toth character sheets. We'll continue it again next week. In the meantime, tell folks how they can find you.
As always, you check out my Linktree / C Michael Lanning tomorrow morning on Sketchy Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern, and the upcoming Build a Comic Workshop starting April 4th, Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So.
I'll mark my place here. Mr. Rosema.
You can find me defending the galaxy from the ghost planet.
Tell
I'm
folks how
always
they
on
can find you.
Facebook, hanging around, doing stuff. You can see me at coming up, actually. April 1st, I'll be in Cadillac, Michigan at a one-day show. And then April 14, 15, and 16, I'll be at the Grand Rapids Spring Fling Road Show down in Kalamazoo, Michigan. With all the art and accoutrements available.
Yeah, the spring show for the Grand Rapids Con is held in Kalamazoo.
Yes, they had to move down there for space reasons, but
Logistics.
they'll be back in GR for the main show in November.
Yep. Russ, tell folks how they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me at russleach.com. Currently in the pages of Batman, Hero Time Presents Batman in UK and Europe, in and out of Doctor Who magazine, and also my own creation, Only Death Can Save Us, which has now finished its Indiegogo and is going out to backers next week. You can find Only Death Can Save Us on the first book and soon to be the second book on general release on Amazon from New Haven and Viking Press Comics. You can find me on Instagram on the usual social medias, but I post up a piece of art every day on Instagram, and you can also sign up for my email list so you can find out what goodies are coming next. Have something special with Randy planned and currently in production, actually, Sword and Sorcery. So a little bit of a pace change there before I get back to Only Death Can Save Us at the end of the year. You can find out all about those things via those network connections, social medias, and what have you at russleach.com.
Cool. Glenn, tell folks how they can find you.
Usual places: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, things like that. You can also find me soon. I've got a new publisher. Details to be real soon. That will be publishing this book, so it should be in all the stores soon, in Barnes and Noble and all that kind of stuff. You can also, same with this as well. This is going to be published by the same people soon, in the same places. This is Hatch, my cartoon character, and you can find me and Russ and Randy in this month's Comics Unlimited magazine, which is a 100-page magazine about comics. This will be issue 12 will be out shortly.
Awesome.
Ah,
Russ, it's your phone.
it's my phone. Sorry.
Folks, I've been your host, Randy Zimmerman. You can find me over at aerocomics.store. You can find such great books as Calico of Shard that C. Michael Lanning did the artwork on. That's a fantasy book. Hero Bot Zero, which is the adventures of a 3-foot-tall giant robot fighting big monsters in his hometown, with a great cover on number 2 by Mr. Scott Rosema.
Scott Broken Toe Rosema.
Revolt, we have short stories in. Rusty's got a short story in 2. Glenn's got a short story in 1. I've got a short story in both of them. There's also Hero Bot Zero number 1. That's mostly my material. And of course, Paragon, which is a superhero story that I did. I'm very proud of. Get a chance, check it out, with artwork by J.R. Harris. On that, coming soon, Fool number 1 will also be available. That's part of the tier, the Aero Comics tier number 2, that you can find over on Indiegogo. If you look up Chrome Dog, The Chrome Dog campaign on Indiegogo has 2 different tiers of Arrow comics. The first tier is 8 #1 books, including Marvy's Sin Killer, Only Death Can Save Us #1. Just some great stories over there. And then the second tier has got the second issue of Hybrids, HeroBot Zero, and Revolt, as well as the first issue of Chrome Dog Soul Tack, which is a great space opera, pulpy space opera story, and The Fool #1 are all available over there. So go over there and check it out. That's on Indiegogo. That's the Chrome Dog campaign. Also, the Hybrids RPG campaign is still active over on Indiegogo, as well as fundmycomic.com. Go over there and check that out. Either places, you get the same offers, but if you buy into the campaigns at fundmycomic.com, the creators keep a little bit more of the money. So there is that. We want to thank everybody watching today. Michael in the house says that 80s Flash Gordon just accepted for being for fun, and camp is really enjoyable. Yeah. Well, there's some movies you just have to brain check and watch.
Yeah.
You know, don't think too hard. Sometimes you have to let art flow over you, as they say.
Not a great leap for some of us.
Yeah. Great talk so far, guys. Thanks, Story Comic. Keep going. Thank you. Yeah, we decided to cut it at 2 hours. Another 2 hours, he says. That'll be for next week. Thank you for the stream. This was great to see. Thank you, Michael, for tuning in live. We appreciate everybody who gets up early in the morning or spends some of their morning with us live. And we also appreciate everybody who watches us later as we're archived over on the Indie Comics Network. I enjoy going over there and watching our numbers steadily grow through the week. So deeply appreciate everybody who watches this show. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section if you watch us on YouTube. Let us know if there's somebody you want to see us go through. All of us have large libraries of books. Just take a look at the background on Glenn. We all have large libraries of books. We'd love to show off this stuff. We love to talk about it. It's what keeps us going, keeps us fired up, and just helps really kick off the start of our weekend. Make sure you tune in on Sunday. This week, Sunday, on Sunday Funnies at 9 a.m., we're going to be talking about the oddball superhero characters, second banana superheroes, we like to call them. We've talked about like the Legion of Substitute Heroes here and there the last few weeks, and that we're gonna talk Herbie, the Fat Fury, Fat Man, the Human Flying Saucer, more Legion of Substitute Heroes. There's all sorts of fun. Captain Sprocket, if you know who that is. Captain Klutz, if you know who that is. Just great characters out there that so few people know about. That'll be a lot of fun to go over and go through. Captain Sprocket is Archie. So, and they still have the rights to him last time I knew. But anyway, we will see you soon. Next Friday, more Alex Toth, more in design. Friday morning, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or what is it, 10 a.m. if you're over in England?
Yep. It's back to normal time. Yes,
back to normal. Yeah. It'll be 10. Yeah.
Such as it is.
And don't forget that we're archived over on the Indie Comics Network. If you enjoyed this show, we've got 3 shows on Steranko. We've got 4 or 5 shows on Walt Simonson alone. We're building up a great library of some great stuff. So go over there and take a look. Don't be afraid to take the time. And hey, if you speed us up to two times fast, we all sound like chipmunks. It's amazing. So it's great. So go over there and
like we don't anyway.
Like we don't already. Yeah.
I got the cheeks as it is.
William Comics or Story Comics, thank you so much. Make sure you hit that like and love button if you enjoyed this program. And also, folks, if you enjoyed this program, tell other people. We know you know friends out there who love this stuff just as much as we do, who would love watching this kind of material and get a kick out of what we do. So we want to see our numbers grow. We want to see as large an audience as possible. We want to show you all great stuff. Any last words from anybody?
No.
No.
At the Grand Rapids Spring Fling, April 14th, 15th, and 16th, Steranko's going to be there as a guest.
I got it. And guess what? I'm going to be there too.
Oh,
yes.
As well as Jason Moore, who let us borrow some of these great artisan books that we've been looking over. We'll both be at that Grand Rapids show. That's April 14th through the 16th. We hope to see you there.
Jason being here,
even if you're not in the area, we hope to see you there.
You guys have great town names like Kalamazoo and things like that.
Oh yeah,
we were all Native American based,
Yeah.
when we came in and took over. So we've got great names like Saginaw and Petoskey and
Tallahassee, things like
Muskegon,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kalamazoo.
But then you guys across the pond, as you say, has got the greatest name for drawing paper of a city, Bristol, England. I just love that.
Yeah. Bristol
Yeah.
board, yeah.
We've also got Grimsby.
Grimsby, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grimsby. There we are.
Scunthorpe.
Port Vale. Hull.
Sweet.
Have you been at Hull? Don't.
As we go out, of course, we want to remind you of the immortal words of Mr. Stan Lee when he was asked about digital comics. He said, "Comics are like boobs. They look great on a computer, but I'd rather hold one in my hand."
In a time when you didn't get cancelled for
I
being
know.
funny.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Love you all. Thanks a lot. Deeply appreciate you being here. We will see you next week or Sunday. Sunday Funnies,
Yeah.
9 a.m. See you then. And also
Yes.
check out the other great programming on Indie Comics Network as well. So we'll see everybody soon. Take care.
Tanya.
Bye.
See ya.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
The views and opinions expressed within the video content found on the Indie Comics Network are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Indie Comics Network or its sponsors.
We got to get a barbershop quartet to sing that
Yeah.
just for fun, I think.
Yeah.
Have a question or comment for us to address on the show? Have a topic you want us to talk about? Email us at indiecomicsnetwork@gmail.com. Want your comics to arrive in pristine condition? Head over to GeminiComicSupply.com and save 10% on your next Gemini mailer order or anything in the Gemini Comic Supply store. Use coupon code RAGIN10. That's RAGIN 10.
I click it and it kind of sounds like it's going over and it just doesn't. I'm telling you. Here we go. Hit it again, didn't go through. Absolutely.
What was that? This is not a charade. We need total concentration. Now, once again, this time, with feeling.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Can't nobody tell me nothing.
How dare you?
Get off my lawn.
Bye, Jack.
We really shook the pillars of heaven, didn't we, Wayne?
No horse shit, Jack.
No horse.